Well, our game tonight got off to a rollicking start. The A's batting in the top of the first against R.A. Dickey, and after Kotze bounced out, Mark McLemore was up next. 3-2 pitch, drive to right. Now the windup and the 2-2 on the way. Driven to deep right field. Matthews is going back. He's looking up. He's going to watch, and it's gone. And Mark McLemore's first home run as an Athletic gives the A's a 1-0 lead. How about that? The veteran at the age of 39 is first this year. And very quickly, the A's made it 2-0. Chavez was up next. And here's the pitch driven to deep right. And Chavez and McLemore have gone back-to-back. Chavez standing in, throws one to right off Dickey. And just that quickly in the top of the first, it's 2-0 Athletic. For Chavez, number 18, but the Rangers answered right back in the bottom of the first against the right-hander Kirk Saarloos, who was making his fifth start for the Athletics. The hit machine Michael Young led off with a single, and after Blaylock struck out, it was Soriano next. Here's the 1-1 pitch, and Soriano to drive to right field. Dye going back in the corner. He's looking up, and we have a tie ball game. Alfonso Soriano into the right field seats, into the lower deck. About 30 feet fair and right over that 349 marker down there. And it's A's 2 and Texas 2. But it was an amazing first inning of back-to-back home runs. 3-2 pitch, drive to right, Dye going back at the track, at the wall, leaping at the wall, and it is gone. 3-2 Texas. Just amazing. There have been 4 outs recorded in this game so far, and there have been 4 home runs. 3-2 Rangers in the bottom of the first. How many times in a game in the first inning have there been back-to-back home runs by each club? The A's would tie it up in the top of the second against Dickey. Rubiel Durazo was leading off for the Athletics, and Bobby Crosby was the next hitter. The 1-1 pitch, a ground ball to third to his left, off the glove of Blaylock, and it caroms into left center field, and Durazo's going to go to third, and there's no play on Durazo, and the Athletics have runners at first and third and nobody out. Blaylock going to his left, and the ball played off his glove and caromed high in the air and rolled into left center. An alert base running by Durazo, and so now the A's have runners at first and third. As it turned out, with nobody out, Burns bounced into a 6-4-3 double play, scoring the run. Of course, no RBI for Burns, and the A's had tied the ball game at 3-3. But just as quickly, the Rangers resumed control in the bottom of the second, as after 2 were out, Michael Young singled, and then Hank Blaylock, fighting a long slump, was at the plate. So now Michael Young will be going. Hatterberg holding him on. Saarloos, first base side of the rubber. He sets, the runner goes, the 3-2 is a deep drive to right center, way back, and nobody's going to catch that, and that is one hopping its way to the wall. Michael Young will score, pulling up at second with a double is Blaylock, and the Rangers take a 4-3 lead. The Ranger hitters breaking out of their slumps, at least some of them tonight. Soriano, who homered in the first inning, was 1 for 25 in his previous 7 games going into play tonight, and he was up after Blaylock in the second. 1-2. Blaylock off the bag at second as Saarloos delivers, and a ball ripped into left center for a base hit, and surrounding third, Blaylock scores easily. Burns plays it back, holding at first with a single is Soriano. 5-3 Texas. One of those nights, apparently. Mark McLemore, who played in all three of the Rangers postseason series during his time with Texas, would play a big part in the A's offensive show here tonight, as in the fourth inning with Dickey still in the game, with one out, Crosby singled, then Burns walked, Melhuse flied to left, and after Kotze walked, McLemore was up with the bases loaded.
Well, this is the one Dickey needs. He wants to get McLemore on his pitch. This is it. 2-2 to count. Crosby at third, Burns at second, Kotze at first. And the 2-2 pitch is lined to left, base hit, past the diving Young at shortstop. 1 run is in. DeLucci throws home, cut off by Blaylock, 2-run single by McLemore, and this game is tied at 5.
And that was the last pitch thrown by Dickey tonight. As it turned out, Ron Mayhay came in and did a great job in long relief for Buck Showalter. 3 1/3 innings, he allowed just 1 hit and no runs. Justin Dukeshire relieved Sarlos in the 3rd for the A's. Gave the A's an inning and 2/3 with a hit and no runs, but appeared to wrench his back. In favoring his back, he left the mound before the 5th inning began, and Chris Hammond was on for the A's. In that frame, the Rangers wound up with 2 on and 2 out in a tie ball game, and Nix at the plate. And here's the 3-2 from Hammond on the way. Swung on it, missed. Got it with a pitch down and away, and Hammond strikes out Nix, and the Rangers leave runners at 1st and 3rd. And after 5, still a 5-5 tie. It stayed tied at 5 until the 8th inning. Carlos Almanzar on the mound for the Rangers. Rubiel Durazo leading off for the A's. Right-hander on top of the hill, winds and delivers the 0-1 pitch, and Durazo is a drive to left center field. Nick going back in the alley, still going. It's over his head, and that goes to the wall. Durazo will go to second, turning around second, and holding there with a stand-up double. Durazo's 3rd hit tonight. That ball just roped to left center, cutting its way right through the rain. In that inning, we actually had a 32-minute rain delay in the top of the 8th. And Bobby Crosby, actually the rain delay came after Bobby Crosby was up there to sacrifice and popped out to the catcher Barajas. That's when the umpire sent the 2 ball clubs back to their clubhouses. After a 32-minute rain delay, Eric Burns batted next for the A's, and he was out number 2 in the inning. And then Adam Melhuse came up facing Almanzar in a tie game with Durazo at second. Almanzar deals, and Melhuse, soft drive, short center field. Young going out. He's not going to get it. That's a base hit. And so Durazo has scored as Melhuse dunks a single to right center, and the A's take a 6-5 lead. Adam Melhuse delivers his 2nd hit today. And here in the 8th, it's 6-5 Athletics. That a pitch that was up, was jammed with it a little bit and served it to right center. The A's made it 7-5 in the 9th, a leadoff double against Brian Schaus by Chavez down the right field line. Once the count got to 2-0 on Dye, he was walked intentionally. Then Hatterberg sacrificed the runners to 2nd and 3rd, and the A's took a 2-run lead, and that would turn out to be critical on Durazo's sac fly. Octavio Dotel came in for the A's in the bottom of the 9th, struck out Soriano. Teixeira doubled. Matthews struck out. Eric Young doubled down the right field line, scoring Teixeira. We had a 7-6 ball game with the potential tying run at second base with 2 out in the bottom of the 9th, and David DeLucci at the plate. Dotel's pitch in there for a strike. Strike 3 called outside corner, and the A's have won it, and the A's are in first place. He came back, I think, with a slider that time, and DeLucci's called out on strikes. The Rangers score a run, get to within 1, but Dotel strikes out the side as the A's beat the Rangers by the final of 7-6, and the A's lead the American League West by a half game, and the Athletics now have won 6 games in a row.